Hi there, I'm Chef Celeste, and you're watching My Louisiana Kitchen, where I'll take you all around Louisiana through food. And today we are talking about jambalaya, chicken and sausage jambalaya, a nice staple for Louisiana. So stay tuned and we'll get right into it. Okay, so the whole cook time is going to take you about an hour, okay? So preheat your oven. Traditionally, it's done outside, so you're cooking over an open burner, or you can do it on the stovetop. But I'm going to show you how to start it on the stovetop and then pop it in your oven. And then as you graduate, you can start to cooking this outside, okay? So first thing, we have celery, we have onion, we have bell pepper, and we also have our garlic, okay? So we're going to have all of that. And I'm just going to cut the onion up. I like a nice rough chop on mine, so I'm not going to go too heavy on the or too fine on the onion chops, okay? So I'm gonna go in here one more. Okay, we're gonna go across. I've already showed you the right way to do it, so those of you that know how to cut. Then we're gonna do it just like this here, okay? One more time, take that piece off. Okay, then put this over here. And actually what I'm gonna do, I like to brown my rice first. That way it gives me the color that I'm looking for. And I'm gonna put a little bit of paprika on there because paprika helps everything to brown a little bit better. We're on medium heat right now, so just put that in there. And then I'm gonna continue to chop everything, okay? See how we're starting to get a little bit of smoke in there? I am gonna add some oil to it in a minute, but let me turn that down just a little bit. And it's gonna start to pop or whatever. You can have somebody in here stirring it for you, but you'll notice how the color starts to change for you. And that's what we want. And with anything, when you're doing this process, you wanna make sure that you monitor your pot. You don't wanna burn it, because if you burn it just like a roux, you gotta start all over again, okay? So now, this is everything here. I'm looking at that, just right here. Then my celery, just thin on the celery, just like this. Look at that, it's starting to pop, starting to brown. Yes, just what I want, okay? Now I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in here. Okay, and let that go. Vegetables are going in. The sausage is gonna go in. Now this is a nice, easy way for you to break into making jambalaya at home, okay? All right, so just keep stirring this here. What we're going for is the browning action. So we're gonna add some flavor in a little bit. I have roasted chicken here that I put in. Now I'm gonna cut up my sausage. That's gonna add another layer of flavor. So this is a nice Cajun sausage from Contreras Meat Market in Baton Rouge. Have you been to Baton Rouge? You need to come down and visit, you know? And when you come down and visit, stop in and say hi. Just look me up on the website, see what business I may be at the time, because the restaurants, I'm retiring the restaurants so that I can do some other things that I like, because I don't know if you're like me, there's so many things that you want to do in this lifetime, and it's still food related. So I'm looking more to travel and do food. I have some speaking engagements. I go to Missouri, I think in April sometime, to do a cooking engagement over there. I'll be in Michigan as well. So yes, that is what I want to do. So if you need me to come to you, give me a call, okay? Look at that. It's starting to look a little bit like jambalaya right now, but you don't want to eat this. It is not done. This rice is just some crunchy rice that we're browning up, okay? So now, let's take the shallot. You don't have to put the shallot in because we put the onion in there already, but I want to put half of it in there anyway. And I have my chicken stock over here. You can use vegetable stock. You can make this with beef sausage as opposed to the pork if you want. So just keep in mind, again, who you're cooking for. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this keep stirring. Now, when I take the chicken, pay attention to what I'm about to do. I like to make sure I get all the meat out of here. And it's better to do it with your hands because then you can feel the bones that are in here. You may not be able to tell if there's bones in there. Like, take this backside and then just pull that out right there. Get all that meat off of there. We're gonna put all that in. Okay? All of that right there. Okay? And you can cook this down and finish making a stock with it. So it's not trash, but especially right down in this area here is where you'll have bones that you may not realize. Let me show you another one. See that? That's part of the wishbone. So where's the other part? That's what you have to look for. Did we pull that out already? If you don't feel it, that means you did. Oh, now we're talking. Now you see we haven't taken a break yet. This is because this stage is not that hard. You just have to pay attention and make sure you focus on not actually burning the rice, okay? Here we go. And traditionally you'll have some white beans to go along with this here. You can do some fried fish, something like that. You know, it's a lot of things that can go along with this. Okay, I don't want any skin in here, so I'm not gonna add the skin. I think this is enough chicken for what I'm doing, so that leg quarter, and you can use all legs if you want to, or dark meat rather. I'm not gonna add the quarter in there. Let me stir first and see how much chicken I got. What do you think? Add the chicken? Don't add the chicken? Okay, you talked me into it. Look, take this here. Take this back part off. Take the meat from here. Turn this over. You want that meat right there as well. All of that. This is my favorite part right here, where you get this little bitty piece right here, a little bit of crunch. Okay. Then twist the bone out. Take the skin off. Done. That was not hard at all, right? My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Once I get this going in here, let me show you what we're gonna do. And I do it both ways. Sometimes I'll cook it on the stove, depending on the event that I'm doing. And a lot of times, if I have a lot of things to do, I pop it in the oven. It's just as simple as that. Now your stock. 4 cups. Okay, you want that to cover your rice. Give it a stir. Okay. And now you just let this come back up to a boil. I'm gonna put the lid on it. And for me, I'm gonna come back in a minute and show you some sides that can go with this here. Nice, quick, and easy, okay? We'll be right back.
Down in Baton Rouge is a culture like you've never seen. It's full of excitement, creativity, and a whole lot of incredible food. You don't even know Louisiana until you've been down to Baton Rouge, and there's nothing more Louisiana than the capital city. Plan your trip at visitbatonrouge.com.
All right, let's fry up some flounder. Put that in there. Just a few pieces to go along with the jambalaya. Yeah, nice and crispy. I have my Tabasco ready to roll. So we are going to be in business here in just a few minutes. Let me move him over, give him a little bit of space up in here. So jambalaya, like white beans and red beans, traditionally red beans, it's one of those things that you can have something to do, you get it started, you go low and slow once it gets to that initial boil, turn it down and just let it go, and you can go on about your work day, different things that you're doing. The red beans can go in a crock pot, and the ladies traditionally, they're out there, you know, doing clothes and things like that, or a slow Dutch oven before crock pots were prevalent. So a lot of things have history behind it. So think about where you are. What's the history behind some of the dishes that you all make? It's just this here, the flounder came from one of my local fishermen, Lance Nafio, and he has Anna Marie Seafood. You can probably see him. He's actually at the White House right now talking about legislature for fishermen. So everything that we do, even around the country, we're kind of tied together with making sure that, you know, we have nice food to eat. So my job is to make sure that you know how to cook the food that you pick up. So that's why I say just make sure you play with your food, eat something good, try something different all the time. So this is going to take about another 4 minutes because I wanted to get nice and brown. And in the jambalaya, I did add salt, pepper, garlic, a little bit of cayenne pepper. So all of that is already in here. So make sure that you have this seasoned. If you pre-cook your chicken the way that I had mine already pre-cooked, you can, you know, taste the broth before you pop it in the oven or you finish cooking it off to make sure that it's where you want it. But take a look at that. I'm getting a nice rolling boil on here. So it is coming. It's going to be exactly where I want it. Let me see here. Let me go in with the tongs because I don't have a spoon here. I told you I use whatever I have. And you see how that's going? Right. Okay. So I'm going to let it boil for a little while longer. I'm going to let my fish go for about another 10 minutes. I'm going to flip it. And when it's nice and golden brown and the jambalaya is done, then we'll plate up. So I'll see you in a few minutes.
Give me a little bit of Cajun, a little bit of Creole, and a little bit of creativity. Now that's flavor. And the only place you'll get it this good is Baton Rouge, Louisiana's capital city. Get a taste at visitbatonrouge.com.
All right, look at this jambalaya. I had 2 pots going, so I'm gonna dip from the one that I had going first while the other one cooks. But it's nice, it has just the right amount of liquid in there. The flavor is on point. And you can always, at this point, which I don't really recommend a whole lot, but always taste your food. And if you need to adjust it, then do that. But I don't mind going in while it's still cooking and tasting my food. But look, let me move this out the way because you need to fully see this here. Let me get a piece of sausage and put on top. And we're not doing the white beans today. We are doing the fried flounder. You can do fried catfish, U.S. farm-raised catfish. And I'm gonna do a local shout out to Guidry's. So yes, Guidry's catfish is local, it's fresh, and why not use that? So I'm ready to dig in. You should be ready to dig in. Try this recipe. You can find me on Instagram and all social media platforms. I am Chef Celeste. You're watching My Louisiana Kitchen with Chef Celeste. Let me put this hot sauce on there, which is actually Tabasco, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, I'm Chef Celeste with My Louisiana Kitchen with Chef Celeste. I'm on the Eat This TV channel, and when you advertise with us, we're in over 68 million households. That's a lot of exposure, and I look forward to showcasing your product to our viewers. Give me a call at 225-324-5616 or check out the website at mylouisianakitchen.org.